Okay. So today I'll cover up the two important painters, one from academician form and another also from the same genre, but well known for the source lighting. His name is Caravaggio, and the French painter which I'm going to talk about is Jean-Léon Gérôme. He is from academician category of painting, which is more of as good as photography. We call it as good as photography. So let me start with the Gérôme, Jean-Léon Gérôme. This is the name. So I'll just half an hour, I'll read out the various names of these two painters, and then I'll play two videos which are very, very important from the MCQ point of view. So I'll begin with the reception of, I have included roughly around 30 paintings, though he has made more than 300 paintings. So you never know which is important, which is not, but I have done some basic research, well-known paintings which are found everywhere. So the reception of CMC ambassador by Emperor Napoleon III. This is how the painter looked like. And this is a very large scale painting. You can see the kind of detailing required to make all these people and the color scheme and the warmth felt. So more or less, this is a warm color painting with a little bit of blue and red here and there. But again, red also form under the category of warm. So next is the mandolin player. So this is the one where you will see very often this painting. Then third is the carpet merchant. So you could see the detailed painting in terms of the light and shadow and vignetting. On the top, if you see, there is a dark area, but not very sharply cut, but vignetting into the brighter area. Similarly, in the corner also, you could see the vignetting from the black, dark area to the brighter area. So such kind of detailing this painter is known for. So the carpet merchant is one. The reception at Grand Condé. So you could see this painting in terms of the colorful colors and scale and the detail, as I said, that he's from academician category, which is more of a realistic painting, as good as photography, or I would say sometimes better than photography. So this is the one painting which I was talking about. So General Bonaparte with his military staff at the Egypt. There's another painting by the same painter, which is much more of a close-up of the same guy. Police Verso. So this is again kind of very well-known painting. You could see the detail of the people doing thumbs down on the right side. Outside, you could see the people sitting in the bright sunny area, and of course the king over here. So Felt Merchant of Cairo. You could see this tiger skin guy. Napoleon in Egypt, very famous painting where you see this posture, and many of his top 10 painting, this is being included. The Duel After the Massacre. So this is very different kind of painting. You never see such kind of painting by this guy, but in a foggy area, how this duel was conducted and how one was hurt, and that's another thing. The Death of the Saison is another very interesting painting, because you could see the focus is on the people in the center, which is people wearing the white clothes, and you could see the rest of the areas in the dark. So such is a color scheme of this one. The other areas are darker, and only the white stand out in this particular painting. So this is Death of Saison. The Prisoner. So how they're carrying the prisoner in a boat. The Snake Charmer, not an Indian snake charmer, but in the Egypt. If you see this particular painting, you could see that in the center, the bright patch of light, which is giving a kind of a stark reflection from this reflected surface, and the rest of the area is darker. So if you see the original high resolution painting, then you will find the detail into that. Baski Buzok singing. This is another painter who, how he's sitting, half of the one of his leg having a chappal and the one is lying on the ground. So you could see the relaxed mode he is into it. Arab girl with water pipe, which we call it as a hookah in India. Water pipe is nothing, some fancy thing, but it's called hookah. So Firen before Arupagus. Again, there was a tradition of selling the women's to in public. There are a couple of paintings like this. So this is one of the famous painting. Young Greeks attending a cock fight. So this is also one of the top 10 paintings by this guy. If you happens to see variety of top 10, see the best way to find which are the top 10, just Google it and find 7-8 sites. Because if the painter has done more than 300 painting, it becomes very difficult to figure it out which are the top 10 or which are top 20. I always try to figure out top 20. And in that search, I'll end up sorting out roughly around 25 or 20, 30 paintings. So this is the way to go about it. Young Greek attending a cockfight, interiors of a mosque. A very interesting painting in terms of the scale you see. The pillars, the source of light coming from the center and spreading into the whole mosque. And how people are standing. You always see the back of these people, hardly the frontal thing. So that's an interesting point to note. And a very diffuse source of light is entering from the top. So some of the painting is very useful for those who really wanted to study the source of lighting. And as I said, Caravaggio is more known for another painter we will be talking today, is more known for the source lighting rather than any light coming from anywhere. So this is very interesting painting to my mind. Horse Merchant in Cairo. So you could see how this guy is carrying the horse, and you could see the reflections of the horse body, the sheen on the horse skin, which shows the condition of the horse is really, really strong enough. So that's how the detail the painter has worked out. I would send you some of, not everybody, because I believe certain things you need to procure by your hard work and sincerity. Many people just come and sit down into the assignment class also. They don't bother to work around it. I would send you to some of the selected people who has been doing their assignments whenever it is being given to you people. A site where you can find the high resolution images. I could just find only one website, not more than that, where you could find the maximum painters, more than 2000 painters website, painters detailed in terms of the high resolution images. So the Horse Merchant in Cairo, Greek interior. So this is another painting which is not kept in a good condition, because this is the image which I could found not anywhere better than this. Okay, General Bonaparte with his military staff in Egypt. I think this image is being repeated. No, this is a different image. So you could see these camels and how these people are going on. So public prayer in the Mosque of Arms, Cairo. Another, you could see the depth in this particular painting. This is very remarkable in terms of depth. And you could see the source of lighting, which is front is brighter, then second part is darker, third is brighter, then fourth is darker, then fifth is brighter. So bright, dark, bright, dark, bright, dark. That is the color scheme, because from the top there must be a source which is hitting alternatively on these top pillars. Women at a balcony. So that's another well-known painting. So Pygmalion and Galatea. So this is another famous painting where his sculpture is being kissed by the man. But again, there is another similar kind of painting also. The Carpet Merchant of Cairo. I'm not sure is the same painting or is it different. It's a different kind of painting. So maybe under the one scheme, color scheme, sometime one theme, people paint 2-3 different kind of painting. Yesterday we were talking about this guy called Di Cirio, who has done 7-8 kind of paintings with a similar kind of posture and two mannequin and having too much stuff in a belly. So Bonaparte before the Sphinx. Sphinx is a head in the Egypt, where you could see he's standing over there. So this is another famous painting. Then after the bath, so many of these painters have painted the nude. So if you look at the top part, which is more interesting for me, because how the highlight is falling on the certain part of this white kind of area, which is having a tab of the water, and rest of the areas in diffuse light. And the best thing is also to see the reflection into the water. That's a very interesting part to notice, that how the painter has drawn in detail. So Roman slave market, another well-known painting of this guy, where so many people are looking at this nude women to buy. So when we were saying that the films are the mirror of the society, I would say painting is also the mirror of the society, because in those times, how the women's were sold, slave women's were sold in the market, that was really pathetic, but some painters have painted those kind of a thing in their painting. So Diogenes, another painter, actually a beggar, but he was such a well-known beggar that even today people talk about him. And in those days, obviously, he was known being naked most of the time. He is still wearing something here, but most of the time he was naked. Slave market again. So similar kind of thing which I told you last time, that how the women were sold in the market. That was really shocking in those days also. The Virgin and the Infant Jesus at St. John. So that's another different kind of painting. So far you have seen different subject. And this is the last one. Truth coming out of her well. This is the most famous painting by this painter. You really do need to do little research, particularly people who are from direction department and from cinematography department. So they will not show you this picture, and but they will just say truth coming out of the well, and then write about who made this painting. So this is one of the controversial painting of this thing, because you will not see a well from where some nude woman is coming out. So these are the 31 images which I could found, but I'm not claiming that these are the only well-known painting by this guy. I was just looking in the top 100 paintings and I was shocked to discover something else. Why shocked? Because other people have included the rest of the painting, and that was the only site which included that particular painting. So now we'll move to quickly to the Caravaggio, another painter known for the source lighting. So you could see a source of light hitting the painting, and the rest of the people are in the dark. So this is one of the example, and it's called Nativity with Saint Francis and Saint Lawrence. Narcissus. Again, you could see the reflection into the water of this character. So again, as I said, the source lighting he is well known for. Magicians. It's the same painting which I have used over there for the thumbnail. So this is one of the most popular painting of this guy. And Hitesh Sharma, please switch off your videos. Okay. So this is again a well-known painting by this guy. Medusa. You could see how these serpents and this head is coming out. A very disturbing painting, but somehow people have made such kind of painting. I would say is a very only surrealistic kind of a painting which this guy has done, because you don't see a head being covered by a variety of serpents, but somehow he did it. Martyrdom of Saint Matthew. If you are a little familiar with the various places, so recently in Amsterdam, they also a group of theater came out with their costume in this particular style, and then they posed into a mall with these postures and try to recreate some of the postures of the painting, which you get to see in the painting. So that's how that Caravaggio is that popular, I would say, painter, that the theater group selected him to pose for various characters into variety of his paintings. So that's another interesting thing. And okay, that was Martha and the Mary Magdalene. Another, when you find various painting, this is painting you will find very often. Again, the source, as I said, the source lighting. Source is the light of the source coming from the left, and you could see this woman lit up properly. And also you get to see a little reflection into this surface, which is shiny. And the face of this woman is in dark. And whatever little light is falling is because of the reflection of this fair lady and this reddish cloth and white cloth. So that's why you see the face is little bit reddish over here. So they do take care of the reflection, color of the reflection, not just the reflection, but also color. So Madonna and the Rosary. Then we'll move to lute players. Another famous painting of this guy. There are actually two paintings of this kind of painting, and one in which you see these flowers and all that. Same pose remains same, but this flower thing is not there, and the source of light on the top of the wall. And they are kept in two different museums. So sometimes you get confused with the two paintings by the same guy, similar painting, but there's a little difference in terms of the nearby objects. Judith beheading Holofernes. This is another very popular painting. Wherever you find top 10 painting, this painting would always be there. John the Baptist. Again, 3-4 different kind of paintings are there of this character, but this is one I have picked up only. Sorry. If something went wrong, I'll just screen sharing I have to do again. Okay. So you could see it now properly. So that was that. Now we'll move to the section 2. So inspiration of Saint Matthew. Then incredulity of Saint Thomas. Holy Family with Saint John the Baptist. Fortune Teller is one of the most famous painting of this guy, where you happens to Fortune Teller is also being painted by many people all over the world. So if you look into the history of Fortune Tellers, you will find at least 10 to 15 painting on the Fortune Teller itself. And some of them are really, really famous. If you look at it, and you should be able to quickly able to point out. Let me just show you one particular book if I quickly find out. I'm just sharing. I'm just stopped sharing this thing, and let me just bring this video thing in. Okay. So if you look at this particular painting of this book, this is a book called What Great Painting Says. Now this particular thing is a part of a very big famous painting, and I'm not going to tell you. You should be able to figure it out By looking at just the one part of a painting, you should be able to figure out what is the rest of the painting and what exactly. This is again from the fortune teller and maybe card player, because card playing and fortune telling are the two things over there. But this is definitely from the fortune teller, not from the card player. So you should be able to quickly point out, particularly cinematography student and direction student, if you by some reason you qualify the written exam, in the entrance exam, in the orientation, you should expect to be shown some well-known painting and to ask, who is this guy? Who is the painter? That's it. So you should be able to quickly identify the painter, otherwise you will miss the boat. In direction department, they asked the Lovers 2 years back by Marguerite Rene, and last year it was Cry by Edvard Munch. So Edvard Munch is still famous painting, but the Lover one, until unless you have not seen the work of Rene Magritte, you will not be able to figure it out. So I'll again go back to the sharing business. So here you see again the same thing which we just talked about, fortune teller. Okay, and Entombment is again the group which I was talking about, the theater group. They also try to pose for this particular position. Many people have painted this particular pose in a different way, or rather I would say event. David with the hat of Goli. There are two different kind of painting of this thing, where the position of the this sword is different, and also the character also in terms of the look. I think it's the same thing they have put up over here also, maybe a different painting perhaps. Yeah, it's a different painting which I was just talking about. And the crucifixion of Saint Peter. Conversion of Saint Paul. Card sharps. Card player also, as I said, the card player is one of the popular subject with many painters. So that's one famous painting by this guy. So Calling of Saint Matthew. This is one of the very popular painting, where you could see the patch of light hitting from the top on the wall, and characters are also being lit in the foreground. If I had to choose one painting of this guy, I would choose this one, because this is among top 10 in all the list wherever you would get to see a book or a booklet or anything. So remember this name, Calling of Saint Matthew. Boy peeling fruit is also very interesting in terms of the composition. There are two different kind of painting of this particular thing. So I have chosen one only. Boy bitten by lizard. Again, a very shocking expression on the face you could see. So beheading of Saint John the Baptist. Bacchus. This is another painting in which these people try to pose like this, holding a grape wine and fruits over there, and these leaves in the head. So another very popular painting, the two painting which I just said, this one and another one which I just mentioned over there. So that's how we finished around 25 painting of this guy. So today I have tried to cover the two major painters. Let me just see how much you are prepared already so far. So there is a one question quickly. Everybody, whosoever is awake, they can answer it. Those who are sleeping, nothing can happen to them. At least I can't do anything. So let me quickly ask a question. People who could answer it, it means they are knowledge about the painting is really, really good. So it's not a very difficult question, but still let me just see. Those who knows, I would count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You should be able to quickly raise your hand. If you don't know, keep sleeping. Okay. So here goes the counting. Raise the hand, those who know, who can name the painter. 1, 2, 3, 4. बोलिए. दिव्यानी गुप्ता बोलिए.
Sir, I'm not sure, but maybe Hermione, Germain, Edgar Degas.
No. It is Renoir. There are 5 major painters who has painted on the dance. Degas is one, and this is the Renoir, 3 famous painting by the Renoir. So you miss the boat, rest are sleeping, keep sleeping. Don't be surprised if you don't see your name in the list, Judgman. I am honest and brutally honest. Because if you don't know Renoir, then you don't know anything about the painting. So that's it. That is for today's quiz. 1 question. There will not be 10 questions on the painting, remember. 1 international painter and 1 Indian painter, and full stop. So today, most of you have failed. Whosoever is here, those who are sleeping at home, doesn't matter. So I will play 2 videos today, which are very, very important from the preparation point of view. Okay. So one is about the Indian cinema, certain questions, and another is on documentary filmmaking. So let me just go to it. So we'll start from here. You may not have the book, but doesn't matter because I'm reading out the various options. So you will be able to hear it properly.
So this is our second day, and we will be concentrating mainly on the Indian cinema section. Okay, so open the book, page number 13. So I have formulated certain questions in a different sense about various important people. Say, for example, the first question when you read, it says, which among the following statement is false? Okay, so Monsoon Wedding was written by Sabrina Dhawan. So I have included the screenplay writer. So you should be already knowing whether it is written by Sabrina Dhawan or it is written by some ABCD. So if you know that, you would be able to answer it. Second, Salam Bombay was written by Soni Tarapurwala. So if you never heard of Soni Tarapurwala in your life, it is your problem, because she is a collaborator of Meera Nair from the day one. Most of the films are screenplay done by Soni Tarapurwala of Meera Nair's film, and she is a wonderful photographer also. So second question is Soni Tarapurwala, yes. Namesake was written by only Soni Tarapurwala, no.
All these options could also be helpful for the MSQ section. For example, somebody is appearing for cinematography. For example, I will say. So Soni Tarapurwala, there could be a multiple question choice here given in the MCQ book. But this could be MSQ also, because all the options, instead of 1, there could be 2 options which can be correct. So don't think it is just the MCQ, but it could be MSQ also. That's why I said 2 MCQ put together is 1 MSQ. In general, but there would be a respective question connected with a field. So this could be a question for the screenplay writers. Direction and screenplay, this question can be formulated. For photography section, this question can be formulated because she has both the capabilities, screenplay writer as well as the photographer.
Because Namesake is a novel by Jhampal Lahiri. So indirectly, somebody has bring the writer also of one of the film of Meera Nair. So indirectly, he is asking, are you aware of the fact that who wrote the Namesake? And fourth is, What's Cooking is directed by Gurinder Chadha. So I could bring some 2-3 names or different films and ask which is the false statement among it. So in a one question, he's not just concentrating on one aspect of one film. He's concentrating on 3-4 films from here and there and asking you which is a false statement. So if you are aware about every information, only then you would be able to answer it. So any question which is, so you should be already knowing which are the film Gurinder Chadha has done. And this is not a well-known film of Gurinder Chadha called What's Cooking. This is not a well-known film, I'm saying. So though she has done some more popular films. So if you are, so they may pick up some of the facts and formulate a question. Next one. I have this is only about the Sunita Agarwal. Why? Because she is a reputed photographer also. She has done a book on photography particularly about the community she belongs to, which is Parsi community. So this is another question. She's a co-screenplay writer of most of the Meera Nair's film. Yes. Is also a professional photographer. Yes. Is also directed a film called Little Zizou. This Little Zizou is a film which she directed. And the fourth one is only A and B are correct, which means she has not directed the film. So the wrong answer is D. So I mentioned D is the wrong answer because not only A and B are correct, C is also correct. So D is the answer. So when you certain question, you will find a little tricky answers because you really have to pause and sit down and think what exactly they wanted to know. So it is more confusing. Come in. It is more confusing because it is trying to ask 2-3 things at the same time in a different language. So move to the question number 3, Farooq Dhondy. How many of you heard about this man? He was the commissioning editor of Channel 4 and has commissioned many films which are made in India, which are produced by Channel 4. He was a multicultural section in charge. Commissioning editor is a term they uses. So multicultural means UK is mixed culture. Many of the Asian communities are living over there. So they will make a program over the Asian community. So Farooq Dhondy is important from that point of view. And most of the films which he has commissioned are to the Bobby Bedi, who is a producer of a film called Rising. Rising is produced by Bobby Bedi. But he's also produced a couple of films, which are mentioned over here. He was the commissioning editor with Channel 4 for the Bandit Queen produced by Bobby Bedi. Yes. Commissioning editor with BBC, Bandit Queen. No. Bandit Queen is not commissioned by BBC. Bandit is commissioned by Channel 4. So commissioning editor with BBC, Bandit Queen produced by Bobby Bedi. No. B is wrong. C. Script writer of The Rising. Yes. He is co-script writer of the Krishna Warrior. Yes. So all these rest of the statement are correct. Only B is faulty. So question, there is no fixed way. You may not think Bobby Bedi, Farooq Dhondy is important, but anybody who was aspiring to have any international money, Bobby Bedi.
There's no audio, so.
Even today, it was more. At that time, it was more. So answer is Pankaj Ghosh. So it's a very, very specific question. Nobody will think, अरे गांधी का पूछो क्या तो ये पूछो किसने काम किया उस फिल्म में तो बता देते तुम्हारे सरकार ने किया है उसने किया. So obvious question will not be asked. Dubbing for Gandhi for a Hindi version is important. You cannot pick up any Tom, Dick and Harry because he's a national hero and you really need to pitch yourself to that tune. So that was an important question. That's why I have included here. Who among the following is not a cinematographer turned director? This is little tricky. This is little tricky. Why? Because you should already know. So who among the following is not a cinematographer who turned director? So many people started their career as a cinematographer and later on they moved to the direction. So Bimal Roy was a cinematographer.
So somebody was piggy-eyed over this question and they formulated last year MCQ question. If you have opened your eyes and read the MCQ paper properly, there was a question. Who among the following was an editor and later became a director? So this video is 2 years before, 2019. And the question was asked last year. So somebody picked up the idea from the book and formulated a question not on the cinematographer but on the editor. So you should be intelligent enough to figure it out. Not exactly the same question would come, but question may be formulated in a different way.
Not many people knows. That's why this is a question. Later on he became director. V. Shantaram was never a cinematographer. He was a director from the day one. Govind Nilani was also a cinematographer who turned director later on. Everybody knows that. Shadi and Karun was also a cinematographer who turned director later on. So you should have this information. So this question is very tricky. Why tricky? Because many people do not know Vimal Roy was also a cinematographer. First film of Devdas, which Barua directed it was shot by Vimal Roy. So you should have all this information. As I said, the 15 marks it says is about information, about cinema. So it could be as complex as asking the voice, who did the voice for Gandhi? And it is as complex as asking about the cinematographer turned director. So if you look into the question number 6, which among the following statement is false about the director R. Balki, who recently directed Batman? So I am not asking which of the following film is directed by Balki. So I have included he directed Ki and Ka, yes. Shamitaba, yes. He directed Pa and Chinikam, yes. All the above mentioned films are shot by P.C. Sriram, yes. So I have included his DOP also in the same question. All the above mentioned films are shot by Santosh Sivan. No, wrong. So the question, option number D is false. Because he has worked consistently with only one person called P.C. Sriram. Though P.C. Sriram is not a CLI graduate, but is a very, very important man from the south. Important to an extent. There's an organization called SICA. Also write down that. S-I-C-K. Like there's an organization called WICA, Western India Cinematographer Association. We have more than 2,000 cinematographers based in Bombay are member. SICA is a South Indian Cinematographer Association. We have roughly around 2,000 cinematographers from Kerala, Hyderabad. And P.C. Sriram is the president of SICA now. So question can be formulated in a different language just to make you confused, and until unless you are 100% sure, no tukkebaji would help you. So they wanted to make sure, are you on the dot or not? You should know where to tick it, otherwise leave it. Because there is no negative marking, so you can tick any option. So this is an advantage of having not a negative marking. If you have a negative marking, then you take 3 questions, some will 4, some 5, maybe 6. Which among the following is a film poster design company? You will never expect a question like this, but I have included it. Why a poster design company? Because poster design is no more the same it used to be. There are 4 or 5 different kind of posters are designed. There's a company is being hired. So Marching Ant is one of the company which is a very, very popular in Bombay. Out of every 3rd film, one is by Marching Ant. There are other 2 brothers, very popular name. Go and find out from the Google, who are more important than these people. Marching Ant was born later on. Those 2 people, they are partners. Every most important film would be by them. So this is a homework, figure it out. So Sleeping Ant, Marching Ant, Wonderful Ants, none of them. So until unless you know what kind of ants they are, you can't trick it. But sometime they will not mention the correct answer in that. Correct answer will be 4th one. So I could have put the Marching Ants into the 4th and put some other thing, but I have not done, so that you should know there is a company by so and so name. So Marching Ant is the name. So they can also think of something like this. They can also think of a question like this. You cannot stop them. Who among the following art directors has worked with the most of the Mani Ratnam's film? I'm using a word, please be carefully noticed, most of the films. Not all the films, but most of the films. So Toda Tarani is the one person who's very, very important director. Though there are other people also who are important director, but they have not done the work for the Mani Ratnam. So Mani Ratnam is an important man from the south, and maybe some mad guy who like Toda Tarani, like I like him. So I have formulated a question about him. So it's a tribute to this community of art directors. So they can hope and expect a question on the art director too. I'm always again and again reminding you that you have no option saying that this is not in the syllabus. The syllabus is very, very simple. 15 marks, questions connected with cinema. Cinema also need art director. Can you make a film without art director? Do you think Sandhya Leela Bhansali can make a film without art director? No. His 90% concentration is on art director and cinematographer. Cinematographer get benefited because there is a lavish sets to light up. So some people have their visual storytelling style, so art director is equally important. I have asked this, somebody might ask about some Yash Chopra or somebody else. There is not only one art director who are important, there may be 10. I mentioned few other names. These are not small people. They're all big in their own way. If you don't know, please try to find out what they have done in their life. So I formulated one question just to give you the taste of that. Who among the following was the first critics who received the National Award for writing on cinema in Hindi language? You will never think of a question like this, because almost for 27 years, no film critics in Hindi language got the National Award. So the first man who got the National Award was Brijesh Madan. He was one of the trustee of our organization also when we started, and one of the brilliant man in terms of thinking skills. His writing style was that profound that if you mix his article among 1,000 other articles in Hindi language, I can say that this is Madan South's article. Though 90% of the time he wrote on cinema, but even if he writes about, say for example, Delhi Metro, his opening sentence will be from a Louis Buñuel's film, something would begin. So he is that much absorbed into the cinema that even if he's writing about Delhi Metro, his opening sentence of the article will be from some quote from a Louis Buñuel's film, which has something to do with the train or rail or whatever. So Brijesh Madan is the name. Not many people knows about him because he was a man who was never into any jury or something like that. But very, very important man. His writings are very highly appreciated by people. I have collection of all his articles. I have preserved them. That is my earning, you can call it. And person who was heading the jury that particular year is not a question of general knowledge. Otherwise, for this point of view, but Sunil Gangopadhyay, who is the author of a film, Aranya Din Ratri, which is a film directed by Satyajit Ray, a very, very important film. Aranya Din Ratri is based on a novel by Sunil Gangopadhyay. Sunil Gangopadhyay is one of the towering figures in Bengali literature. If you have something to do with Bengali literature, if you don't know Sunil Gangopadhyay, you have no idea about anything. He's not a Tagore, but he's a very important man. So coming back to another question, closing film of Goa Iffy, 2017. This time it could become 2018. Okay, so when I formulated this question, I just thought of 2017. This is an important film, Thinking of Him. It's directed by, now there are 4 Pablos. You got my point? So I've created a confusion that there is a Pablo, but if you do not know the name, then you can't answer. So there is Pablo this, Pablo Bartolomeo. Pablo Bartolomeo is actually a photographer based in Delhi. So I have also included his name, Pablo Cesar, Pablo this, Pablo that. So you have to precisely know, otherwise you can't answer. Okay. So it is produced by, now there's the next question connected with the same film. It's produced by an Indian guy in which Victor Banerjee acted as a Tagore. It's a story around a real life story based on Tagore's life. So which among the following option is false statement about the film Thinking of Him? The film Thinking of Him, which revolves around the relationship of legendary poet, intellectual Rabindranath Tagore? Yes. Rabindranath Tagore is played by Victor Banerjee? Yes. So I'm checking, do you know who played the role? It is shot by DOP Sudeep Chatterjee? No. Sudeep Chatterjee did not shoot this. So it is an Indo-Argentinian co-production? Yes. So chances are that if you know little bit, चलो रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर पे बेस्ड है, विक्टर बनर्जी ने ही किया होगा, पूछ रहे हैं क्योंकि आंसर तो एक ही गलत होगा इसके अंदर, because which among the following statement is false. तो आंसर एक गलत है, इसका मतलब विक्टर बनर्जी है तो कलकत्ता से, तो आप अंदाजा लगा सकते हो हाँ उसी ने किया होगा. So you can still rule out the second option if you have some vague idea. Third and fourth you will be confused whether it is Indo or maybe it is Sudeep Chatterjee. So there is a confusion between these two. Most of the people who have some vague idea, this is about Tagore's life. If you read in some news or somewhere, you may not be able to commit a mistake. But confusion, answer C or D, you can reach up to that level by your common sense. But to tick C or D, that is the game. 50% possibility if you tick the C or D, if you do not know it. So screenplay of Peter Brook's Mahabharata is written by Jean-Claude Caillet, a very important man in the European cinema. He also visited India many years back, was the head of the jury of International Film Festival in Goa. I had an interaction with him for half an hour. I interviewed him for some magazine at that point. So Peter Brook's Mahabharata is by Jean-Claude Caillet, and he has written the Louis Buñuel's film. That's why he is very famous in the Europe. Then Michael Piccoli, Joseph Cassel, none of the above. So these are French names. If you have some vague idea, you know Michael Piccoli is the actor, Joseph Cassel is can't be. So some actors I have put up over there, somebody other name is, till you know for sure who is this guy, you cannot guess. That's why this question and is important, because he did the screenplay for the Peter Brook's Mahabharata, which is co-produced with India, and obviously except two people, not so many people were there. Malika Sarabhai played the Draupadi's role, and there's a man from Rajasthan. I'm forgetting his name. He's a very important man in the Rajasthani folk music. Kothari, Mr. Kothari. So Kothari was the music consultant in the film. Mainly two people participated in that film, and it was a co-production with Doordarshan because they contributed in some way or other for costumes. So Indian film poster of Peter Brook's Mahabharata. This is important. Strange and weird question. Why people would ask, अरे किसी ने कोई film बनाई तो उसकी poster से हमको क्या लेना देना? तुमको लेना देना नहीं है, but लोगों को बहुत लेना देना poster से. So it was M.F. Hussain. It was a very interesting poster on which, on various arrows, you see the Bhishma Pitama's body, and he made that painting. At some point, I used to have that poster. I bought it from National School of Drama, but then I lost it while shifting from one place to another. But M.F. Hussain is the name. You need to remember that much. That's enough. Which among the following option is true statement about painter M.F. Hussain? So I have included the name again Hussain, but in a different context. He directed Through the Eye of a Painter is a documentary, very popular, not popular documentary, but people in the general knowledge question, you will see this name very often here and there. So he directed a documentary called Through the Eye of a Painter. He directed Color of Absence? No. Because yesterday we were talking about this man called Arun Khopkar, who directed the film called Color of Absence. Some of you might be mistaken. Color, kuch color hai to kuch hoga. Matlab, it could be M.F. Hussain, but no, it is not Hussain. He directed Sound of Silence? No. So he did not direct any of them. No, he directed the Through the Eye. So rest of the statement are false. Only the first statement is correct. So how somebody can still create a confusion around a man until you are not very clear about his work, you will not be able to answer it. Film director Ritwik Ghatak wrote the screenplay of the film. This is a question which was asked 26 years back when I applied to FTI. This was a question when I appeared in entrance exam. The film director Ritwik Ghatak wrote the screenplay of the film. Which film? Madhumati. Why? Because he knew Bimal Roy from his Calcutta time, and they were friends. And this is the only film for which Ritwik Ghatak has written the screenplay for anybody else. He has not written for anybody else except for the Bimal Roy. So it's that important question. So Madhumati is the correct answer. Then you move to question number 16. Which among the following option is false about Ritwik Ghatak? Now I am checking whether you know about this man properly or not. So he directed a feature film, Jukti Taka. I can never pronounce his name correctly, but I know it's called something I could recognize. And A River Called Titash, which we discussed yesterday. He directed a feature film, Ajantrik and Nagrik. He directed feature film, Subarnalekha. Megha Dhaka Tara is a very, very popular name. He did not direct a documentary film, Ram Kinkar. Ram Kinkar Vaid is one of the most celebrated sculptor of this country. If you have heard about this bank called RBI, Reserve Bank of India, and if you have seen the photograph from outside, there are two sculptures, Yaksh and Yakshini. Those sculptures are made by Ram Kinkar Vaid. So if you have some clue in your life about the sculptors, Ram Kinkar Vaid is one of the celebrated sculptors in India, and obviously he did a film on that. So if that big a man even a film like, even if a person like Ritwik Ghatak did a documentary on, Oot Patang का कोई आदमी नहीं रहा होगा जिसके ऊपर ऋत्विक घटक ने फिल्म बनाया. So he is checking everything. All his filmography he has asked in a one question. Okay, so you have to see the format is go and find a filmography, pick up the name, put it in a Google, search the image of the poster, make a list of word file, and then most important is two famous actors from that film. If there happens to be a Hindi film actor like Sharmila Tagore has acted in many of the films, some of the films of Sati Ray, Sharmila Tagore has acted, some of the film of Ray, even Jai Madhuri has acted. So the connection between Bollywood films versus Ray. You cannot say, Ray, we come from Kerala, we don't know this thing, why you are asking us? You come from Kerala, don't come from Kerala. And they can ask a question about G. Ravindan. Hindi belt people can object. Why are you asking G. Ravindan from Kerala? So they can always say, okay, we can ask about Ravindan also, we can ask about Ghatak also, we can ask about anyone. We are not defined into a particular region, whether it is Kannada. If we can discuss the Grish Kasavalli, we can also discuss the G. Ravindan. Okay, so any cinema, that's why they don't say Hindi cinema, they say 15 question on cinema, full stop. It could be regional, it could be national, it could be international, it could be anything. So there is no boundary in terms of the language. Anybody who's important for them, they can ask any question. Which Iranian director directed recently a film set in India? Okay, so if you have no idea about these names, you will never be able to answer it. So the answer is Maziz Majidi. I have formulated a question somewhere else also. Beyond the Cloud is the name of the film in which this boy who acted in a film called Dhadak, what is his name? I can never remember his name, Ishan Khattar. Ishan Khattar acted in that film, and it was a daughter of his cinematographer who acted in that film, Devi Mohan's daughter, and shot by Anil Mehta. So it's a film, that's why Maziz Majidi is important, that's why this question is important. Okay. So I have said recently, which means in the past also, somebody from Iran would have done a film in India. So you have to be little careful what exactly is the question they are asking. If you are not sure about the question, this recently word is the most important thing. Otherwise, the answer could have been someone else too. So National Film Award, okay. Now these questions is basically a list. You have to sit down and make a list of the films. National Award for Best Film on 1960, 61, 62, 63, 64. And then they will pick up 3 films which have got the National Award and 1 film which is not got the National Award. This is the listing business. So let's not waste the time on these films which are list business. So 19 is listing, 18 is listing, 20 is listing, 21 is listing. So I've just finished 4 questions only, just to give an idea. Out of that list from 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, you have to remember, anybody can ask anything. You can't say, Nare, hame to pata nahi. Coming to the question number 22, Meghe Dhaka Tara. Meghe Dhaka Tara is based on the story of Sunil Gangopadhyay. I have included it. Why? Because many of you people, if you do really do not know who would have been written, you would end up tick marking someone who's a more popular. But as I said again and again, you have to be precisely knowing if my question is, say for example, 22, I have to precisely know who is the person who did it. So if you have no idea, and I'll tell you another thing. Suppose all these 4 writers are Bengali writers. Okay? So the best way is also to find his photograph and mark it so that you remember the name of it. Okay, so this is the one of the way. You need to prepare a list of various writers and their photograph from the Google so that it's easy to remember the name. Otherwise, all these Banerjee, Chatterjee, Mukherjee will be difficult for you to recollect. So see to it that all these names, particularly like, so for example, Sunil Gangopadhyay. I'm just giving you an example. If you remember his face, then it'll be easy to remember his name also. So A is the answer. 23rd. Govind Nilani's film Arth Satya is based on the story by. Now you can't guess Godam, Aranya, Inspector, Surya, until unless you are not sure. And all these people are important. And the chances are the story will be based by someone who's not important, who may have written only one film in his whole life. Whole life in the sense, only he might have written 50 stories, but only one person made a film on a particular story. So again and again, I'm saying guesswork will not help. You have to be knowing beforehand. Arth Satya jo hai, kiski kahani pe. So if you do not know, you will not be able to answer it. So as I said, if you, particularly this question, Dalip Chitre is known in the Marathi circle name. Okay. So is a known name. Vasandev, Aranya is a play which was directed by Satyadev Dubey many years back, in which Amrish Puri acted as a lead. Okay. So he's not a, is another well-known name, Vasandev. Then in Vijay Tendulkar, everybody knows. So three well-known names I have given over there, and actually the film is based on an unknown guy called D.A. Panvalkar. So all your guesswork will not help, because here the answer is the one who is not well known. Are you getting my point? So till you are precisely aware of a name, it will not be helpful. So till here we have covered almost 23 questions. So if you have any query, or if you want to know something specific, you can ask.
So we'll break for 10 minutes and we'll be back at 10:10. Okay.
Hello, sir. Hello. Hello.
The painter may have imagined the shadow in an expressive manner. A cat.
All the veins you can see, all the there's a
हम लोगों ने अभी कुल मिला के 6 ही मूवमेंट कवर किए हैं. कम से कम 7-8 और हैं जिनके ऊपर शॉर्ट नोट्स पूछा जा सकता है. उसमें ये मेटाफिजिकल जो है बहुत. Okay, gentlemen, so we are back and we'll continue with where we left. Okay.
First question off.
So Purushottam Gogoi, if you have a question, quickly ask.
सर जो क्राफ्ट का जो एमसीक्यू वाला उसमें कुछ मतलब पोर्टल्स नहीं खुल रहे हैं स्पेशली
कल मैंने वो एक दो लोगों को प्रॉब्लम हुआ था तो मैंने कल वो अपने प्रोग्रामर को भेज दिया है डिटेल. वो दे आर गोइंग टू डू इट एंड होपफुली बाय मंडे इवनिंग इट शुड बी वर्किंग प्रॉपर्ली.
ओके सर थैंक यू.
ये प्रॉब्लम होता है वेबसाइट में जो है कुछ प्रॉब्लम आता रहता है. सो वी क्विकली रिस्पोंडेड यस्टरडे आल्सो एंड होपफुली इट शुड बी रिजॉल्व्ड बाय मंडे इवनिंग फॉर श्योर.
First is A. Which among the following statement is false? So some of these questions I am again going through. When I formulated this book, I found that there are mistakes, so I am sending it every day. So whenever you have a little doubt, go to the Google and cross check it. At least this book, I've said that thing in the writing also, and I'm saying now also, at least this book gives you an idea of 50% job, which is what question can be formulated. So whenever you have a doubt, you can always check it. Okay. But Monsoon Wedding is by Sabrina Khan. तुम्हें लगा, but are you sure? Google कर लेना, देखिए जो भी अजीब सा नाम आपको पहली बार सुनाई दे रहा है, हो सकता है वही हो, but you have to cross check. Are you getting my point? As I said, Arth Satya. Arth Satya, I have given 3 popular names, but the actual answer is the one which is not a popular name. I never heard of that name. When I was checking all these things, I only realized that it's written by this guy. I never heard of that person's name. So don't be under the impression कि वो popular नाम ही पूछेंगे. कोई well-known विजय तेंदुलकर ही पूछा जाएगा, ऐसा नहीं है. पूछा जा सकता है, विजय तेंदुलकर पूछा जाता है, और कुछ ऐसा नाम भी पूछा जा सकता है जो आपने कभी नहीं सुना हो. So don't be under the impression that well-known name would be asked. There may be some people who never did anything, and he may be asked. So important films, I have given a list over there because I didn't have a time. So this is your homework. Pick the film, Google it, find the poster, think at least, is it based on a story of someone? B, who are the lead actor and actresses? C, a brief synopsis of 3 lines. So you vaguely know this is the film is all about. This. So this is a little long list of 37 main films I have given over there. Coming to Pather Panchali, one of the most celebrated work. But sometimes you ignore all these popular names. But this is the most well-known. Okay, there is another question which can be formulated on the Pather Panchali also. Recently, a book is being written by a professor from FTI Pune. His name is Professor Chaudhary, Surinder Chaudhary. He has worked on a very, very detailed storyboard about this film. Okay, so that could also be a question: who among the following has written a very elaborated, detailed book on the work of Satyajit Ray's Pather Panchali, and that is the only book which is a much more detailed book. So Professor Surinder Chaudhary could be one of the questions. Exact name of the book I will tell you tomorrow, but is on the Distant Thunder is based on these are names. So again, all these names: Distant Thunder, Aparajito, Apur Sansar, Pather Panchali, then Mahapurush, Pather, Music Room, Jalsagar. Like I have formulated a question: among the following films of Satyajit Ray, Sharmila Tagore did not acted in. Okay, so Apur Sansar, yes, she was there. Devi, yes, she was there. Now there are two films: Nayak and Charulata. Charulata is also important film, but she did not act in Charulata. You got my point? So they picked up the well-known name Sharmila Tagore, formulated a question connected with Satyajit Ray, and if you are not aware who acted in which film, you will not be able to answer. So this is another route to formulate a question about the lead actor or actresses, particularly if it happens to be a Bollywood person, Bollywood matlab Hindi films. So this is a question which gives you the idea that in this way they can connect the Satyajit Ray with the well-known actors from Hindi films. Devi is based on story of, again, as I said, these are the various questions I have covered which are primarily based on a story. Very rarely I have formulated a question about someone who's not very well known. Say for example, if you look into the 32 question, in the book Jalsagar, the Music Room, the English translation, Krishna Bai dancer role is played by. उसमें एक sequence है dance का. और क्या question है ये? Sitara Devi is also well known. Roshan Kumari is also well known. Saswati Sen is also well known. And when he really wanted to put you in a trouble, you will see none of them. So if you are not sure whether it was Saswati Sen, because Saswati Sen acted in a film called Shatranj Ke Khiladi, there is a particular sequence of the Kathak. So it was Saswati Sen who acted in that particular dance sequence. So again and again, I am saying that until unless you are not sure what is going to be the answer, you cannot know. Sitara Devi is also popular, Roshan Kumar is also popular, Saswati Sen. Shravasti. It is a mistake. It is not Shravasti. It is Shashwati Sen. Shaswati. Kathak dancer is Shashwati Sen, who acted in the film called Shatranj Ke Khiladi, because there is a Kathak sequence over there. So Roshan Kumari is the answer, because she is also a popular Kathak dancer. So that's why I have given a list over there of some well-known exponent of dance form, whether it is a Kathak or whether it is Bharatanatyam and other forms. So kindly, again, the formula is the same. I have not given the picture of those people because I didn't have a time. Ideally speaking, they should have been a photograph so that it's become easier to remember all these Indian names also. It's not that partiality I did toward them. I picked up these European pictures and not the Indian people, but I really didn't have a time. So I have given the name only, hoping that is easy to find for you and identifying them. So Devi is based on the story again. Teen Kanya is based on the story. So basically story or novel. Story or novel. Most of the Ray's work is based on some story or novel, and it is quite a probability that anybody can formulate a question on that. And they can go and get a little more deeper. They can get a sequence if it happens to be Kathak dance. Then who did that? Like if they can ask a question, who did the screenplay of Madhumati? We can ask anything. We can ask about the screenplay. I am the live example. I appeared in that entrance exam. And other people from my batchmate will watch for it. So, in the film Kanchenjunga, among the following, who did not acted in the film? But again, it's the same thing. These are the all information related questions, but the idea of the book is to give you a little angle from where they can formulate a question. So Ray is important from the point of view of who acted in which film. All these 37, 38 names, you have to dig it out. Tricky part I have included, like Kathak sequence. You will never be able to think of that somebody can formulate a question like this. But that is one of the important parts in Shatranj Ke Khiladi as well as in Jal Sagar. So I am just quickly skipping over these 37, again based on the story, a big city based on the acted in the film, Charulata. Charulata is one of the most important film of Satyajit Ray. If you have to ask me, if I pick up one film which I love it, which is Charulata. There are many reasons, and this is not only my choice. Many people, it is one of the favorite film of Ray. So anything can be asked with the Charulata. And then again, all these Ray's question. I will start with the 44th, which is Govind Nihalani. So most of the films of the Ray based on a novel, who acted in that film, and a little synopsis. You have to prepare that. So Govind Nihalani's film Rukmavati Ki Haveli is based on the play. पता है तो बोलोगे, नहीं पता तो तुक्केबाजी वहां पर नहीं चलेगी। ये सब खतरनाक लोग हैं थिएटर की दुनिया में, सब बड़े नाम हैं, सब कार्लो गोल्दानी, सैमुअल बेकेट, निकोलाई गोगोल, फेडरिको गार्सिया लोरका। अगर आप थिएटर वाला सेक्शन देखेंगे, उसके अंदर कुछ एक प्ले इतने इंपॉर्टेंट हैं कि उसके अगर मुझे 8 या 9 पोस्टर भी मिल गए तो मैंने उठा के 9 पोस्टर चिपका रखे, दिखाता हूं। I'll just tell you the page which you should just quickly go and have a look at it. Page number 133. पेज नंबर 133 पे 2 क्वेश्चन है। एक का आंसर है हेनरिक इब्सन और दूसरे का आंसर है फेडरिको गार्सिया लोरेका। इसका एक प्ले है ब्लड वेडिंग, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट प्रोडक्शन है इसका ब्लड वेडिंग, इसलिए मैंने उठा के यहाँ पे 6 पोस्टर ये चिपका रखे हैं, इसलिए कि देयर आर 6 डिफरेंट डिजाइन्स अवेलेबल ऑन द नेट। 6 मुझे मिले थे तो और भी, बट मैंने नहीं रखे। So this is an important play. This is just to give you a little underline. If you have heard of the name called Neelam Mansingh Chaudhary, who is one of the leading theatre director from Punjab, she has performed this play. She has directed this play, Blood Wedding. हेनरिक इब्सन का सबसे पॉपुलर नाम जो इंडिया में ज्यादा जनरली लोग people knows about Ibsen because of this play, Doll's House is one of the most popular play in India. So you could see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. मैंने 10 पोस्टर जो है यहाँ पर चिपका रखे हैं। वेटिंग फॉर गोदो गलती से लग गया है यहाँ पर, बाकी सब जो है। So ये पहला poster छोड़ देना. Again, is a Samuel Beckett's play, which is also a part of some syllabus in English literature, probably Delhi University. So just coming back to our previous situation, I have used a couple of posters just to highlight this point that this question is important. For you, may not be, but for all over the theatre community, everybody aspire to act in a play called Doll's House. So this is just an example. Is the angle from where you could formulate a question. Okay. So we have covered till Govindalani. Rukmavati Ki Haveli is based on the. Now, I have just asked based on the play. Is an adaptation, but there may be a question about any of the actresses who acted in that play. So is it sometime it depends again I'm saying it depends on the mindset of the person who is setting the paper. If you feel that he should ask the name of a character who played by who, because there are 6-7 ladies. So anybody who has done much more theatre or read theatre or is more interested in that particular play, it depends upon the liking of that person. He may just formulate a question about one particular character of that play. It is that important a play. Who acted that character in that particular film? So just depend upon the person. I have also included a section called cinematographer here, which all these people, if particularly this particular section, I have included about most of the popular one. Most of the popular not in the sense that if you go to the public and if you ask them, "Arey, tumne naam suna hai?" So he may not be able to say, "Ki maine kabhi ye naam suna hai." But all these names which I have formulated over here, they all are important. And if we just go through it, is most important of them. If I have to choose one among that, for example, I will choose question number 4. Which says, which among the following film is false about the famous Indian cinematographer Subroto Mitra? Sometimes they write Subroto, sometimes they write Subrata. It's the same guy. He's the only cinematographer from this country who is internationally included in a book about 50 important cinematographers in the world. There's a coffee table book, thick book. I don't remember the name, but I've seen it from my own eye somewhere in Europe. I don't know where I was there, maybe in some library. Only Subroto Mitra was included from India. Only Subroto Mitra. So is that well known? There is another reason why he is known abroad, because he has shot some of the film of Merchant Ivory production. Ismail Merchant, some of the film. Guru he shot. So it's almost like a 4 film he has shot for the Ismail Merchant, and Merchant Ivory production is the only production house from India who is internationally known since 60s. So that's another reason why Subroto Mitra is among top international people in that book. Only of 50 people, they included only 50 people. So it's an honor for a Indian cinematographer to be included in that list. Though he only received 1 national award in his life, there are people who receive 4 national awards, but they are not included because their work is not that meticulous. Though they got maximum number of national awards. So he shot all the films of the theatre? No. There's another man, Shumendu Roy, who later on took over Subroto Mitra, but he shot New Delhi Times. This is a very important film because New Delhi Times got the national award for Subroto Mitra as a best cinematographer of that particular year. None of the race film for which he is known, none of the Merchant Ivory films which he is known, got him the national award, but it was New Delhi Times made by a person based in Delhi. His name is Sam Sharma, I'm forgetting the first name. So he directed that film, Guru, and he received President National Award for Best Film in New Delhi Times. So you can choose easily the false answer. Sven Nykvist is one of the most celebrated cinematographer of the world. If today all living cinematographers, he is no more, if all living cinematographers would vote for 5 important men, Sven Nykvist will be the top. So that's why I have included his name. So these names might be strange for you, but FTI expect you to be above average people. Above average in the sense, at least at the awareness level, you must have heard of. Every director dream that is cinematographer one day would be Sven Nykvist.
Again, this is very important for this particular year because 50 marks are being allocated just to evaluate your information level. This is the rule till this date. Though we have challenged it, but to challenge the government of India is not a joke, and chances are that it may and may not be accepted. But so far, if you are not among 245 students who has the highest score among 4,000 candidates, which I assume 3,000 are from general category, among 3,000 candidates for general category for acting particularly, if you are not among 250, forget about your part B to be checked. So be little more careful about MCQ and MSQ.
Every important director, this is not my statement, this is a statement of Buddhadev Das Gupta. When I interviewed him, he said every director dream that his cinematographer will become Sven Nykvist one day. So is that important a man from Sweden? He shot only one film for Tarkovsky. Only one film for the Tarkovsky. So this could also be a question because it's a little out of the way. Somebody who's known for the Ingmar Bergman, but he shot for the Tarkovsky called Sacrifice. So Sacrifice is one film which he shot for, he has shot for a couple of more people also, but since it is Tarkovsky, so this connection becomes more interesting. If I need to formulate a question, which of the other directors he shot for in Europe? There are many others, but he did it for. So well on other books like 5 C's of Cinematography. Every Tom, Dick and Harry who has to do something with the cinema will buy this book. It's a very simply written book, very interesting book. But you should also read it. Buying is not enough. You should be able to read it. So I've included a name also, which is a popular name. There's another book somewhere I have mentioned over there. There's a book called What is Cinema? It's the name of the book called What is Cinema, written by, there's a French author called André Bazin. Bazin is not B-A-Z-O. It's a B-A-Z-I-N. You know, it's a French name, so it's a different pronunciation. So there are some internationally known books. André Bazin, What is Cinema, is one of the most popular book among film community. Then there's another book called How to Read a Film by James Monaco. How to Read a Film by James Monaco. James Monaco has also written another important book on the new wave French directors, Jean-Luc Godard, François Truffaut, Eric Rohmer, Claude Chabrol. All these 5-6 people were included in the book, and a very detailed book on the new wave. So, like there was a question, who wrote a detailed analysis on Hitchcock from a different perspective? One of the last 3-year papers which are loaded on the FTI website, one of them name was Truffaut. So Truffaut has written a book called Hitchcock on Hitchcock. So he interviewed the Hitchcock, and that's how the book was formulated. So these people came from a magazine called Cahiers du Cinema, where they used to work as an editor, and later on they also become feature film directors. So all these this is information. There is no circuit diagram of physics, chemistry, mathematics, you should know it. So wherever there is information, it is expected that you people are going to a national level institution, they expect that you should be knowing it. Then again, another director which we discussed yesterday was Manikal. Though his films are not popular and they have a very narrow focus and not very well received all over the places in India, hardly found a cinema hall released. But his contribution to the Indian cinema to me is that he has given 5 cinematographers to the film industry. 5 cinematographers he has given to the industry. Because of him, they got established. So KK was from the first one, that Yusha also, Santosh Sivan not, Anil Mehta not. So yeah, Anil Mehta did a film called Cloud Door, which I told you yesterday, but Santosh Sivan never worked with him. So I have included that, and all these people are FTI community. Why this question is important? Because it not only includes that aspect which I just told you, but it also is a community of FTI people, so it becomes important from that point of view. Again, I have included which of the following film is not shot by DOP KK Mahajan for Kumar Sanu. A very, very important question. If I really have to find the toughest question for you people, this will be the question. Why? Because KK has always worked with the Kumar Shanti. So only film is Bhavan Tarana, which is the documentary on Guru Kelucharan Mahapatra. I told you yesterday, there's a film called Bhavan Tarana, which is a documentary on Guru Kelucharan Mahapatra, produced by Ministry of External Affairs, shot by Alok Upadhyay. Okay, so they may not ask who shot the film because Alok has not done many feature films. But this could be a only question in a very different way. Could be connect KK Mahajan with Kumar Sani to check the fact, like one of the film which is not shot by Vittorio Storaro for Bertolucci. Most of his films are by with him. So sometimes you just wanted to break away with the pattern and all that. So Bernardo Bertolucci was given the Lifetime Achievement Award in the Hyderabad Film Festival a couple of years back. So there was a press conference. So I asked him this question: why is this is one of the film which you the first time you did not work with him? So he said he's like my wife, but this time I wanted to experiment with a different subject, so I thought of someone else. So sometimes for certain reason, like most of the film, if you look into the filmography of Raj Kapoor, he has worked with the Radu Karmakar. Radu Karmakar also has directed a film called Jis Desh Mein Ganga Behti. It's the only film which he directed for RK. Otherwise, most of his film which he has directed, early films I'm talking about, not the later film, is by Radu Karmakar. So some people are connected with one director and that's how they become popular. Only yesterday I was looking into he has also written his biography. If you ever, Radu Karmakar, the painter of light. So this I didn't know about this. So I was in Jabalpur and there is a very popular and among respected literature magazine where the gentleman who was the editor of that magazine gave me a particular issue where there was an interview of the Radu Karmakar. It's a literary magazine, but somehow some people have occasionally interviewed people like this. So all these names are basically FTI graduates in some way or other. And that's how I formulated some of these questions connected with National Award. So now there's a very strange question of 17. If you look into it, who among the following cinematographer received President National Award for Best Cinematography for shooting in black and white film? It was a time when color was prominent, okay, and somebody did a film in black and white. It's a Shankar Raman who shot this film. It's not many years back. It's 7-8 years back. It's called Frozen, in which Danny acted in that film. Not many people knows about this film. So for them, as I told you, that Almunai, who's getting a national award is not a joke. Okay, so if somebody is getting a national award, particularly when everybody is shooting color and somebody shoots black and white, not just because of the black and white, the film has its own merit also. So there could be a strange question like this, which will be tough to crack for many of you until unless you know it. So it's a very specific information which you should know. Why Teesri Kasam? There's a question number 18. Look at it carefully. Who shot Teesri Kasam? Directed by Vasu Bhattacharya. KK Mahajan, Balu Mahendra, Gautam Ghosh, none of them. It is Subrata Mitra, the Bengali connection. Subrata Mitra did not shoot Hindi films. New Delhi Time and only this film and some of the films of Merchant Ivory Production. Merchant Ivory Production, New Delhi Times and Basu Chatterjee. That's it. So it's important. And Teesri Kasam is also important because it is based on the story of Phaneshwar Nath Renu. It's based on the very celebrated author of Hindi literature, Phaneshwar Nath Renu. This will not be asked. Last year there was a film released based on a story called Panchland. That would be the question because it was released last year. So Phaneshwar Nath Renu, another novel called Mela Aanchal, which was made as TV serial many years back for the Doordarshan. So 3 of his work is being made into television and film. Teesri Kasam is the most popular one. So there was a question about one of the song which represent which form of singing or dance. So it was there in a couple of years back. So rest of these questions, if you look into it, connected with the community of cinematographers and till 23, mostly all these films I have included because most of them are connected with the institute. They are graduates from FTI, whether it's Manmohan Singh, Sudhir Palsane, Virendra Saini, Shaji and Karun. You all need to know about these people because they could be a part of the question paper. Documentary film we will not talk about today because it's a different genre altogether, and there will be definitely one question on documentary for sure. For sure means for sure.
So I'll just share another video because we still have time. That's on a documentary.
My job is to make
I have included that another video kept so that you will see. I have given you these links, but I doubt that many of you would have listened to them. If you have listened to them, it's good. If not, at least there's another chance to listen. And when I am listening along with you, I would be able to comment on something which, while watching this video, you may not be able to do it. So last year there was a question on documentary film for sure, and this time there could be a different question because you never know what would be asked. So I'll continue with that documentary thing which we just mentioned about it. Yeah, we will see how much we can cover today, and rest we will do it tomorrow.
So today we will be talking about documentaries. Okay, documentaries in India is not very valued and respected, but abroad it is. To an extent that there is an Oscar for documentary, to an extent that there is a Cannes Palme d'Or for documentary, if it is a feature length. Okay, feature length documentaries in a Cannes. So documentary is not just some kind of a documentation. Many years back, somebody asked me what is documentary. A friend of mine, his younger sister who passed from 12th class. So I said, if you're watching something on Doordarshan and you feel like switching it off, it must be documentary. So, but jokes apart, documentary in India could be boring, and but abroad it is really one of the wonderful genre. And we will talk about some of the masters who are considered and acknowledged as great filmmakers all over the world. And I have formulated two parts over here in the documentary section. If you look into it, list of important documentary filmmakers. I just said list of important documentary filmmakers. And before that, yesterday we finished this Indian section. But after that, there's a Filmfare Award-winning documentaries. People don't bother generally about this section. Filmfare Award for documentaries also exists. And then there's a FTI Alumni. So FTI Alumni part we had already covered. And we will be talking about this documentary section, which starts from page number 18, page number 18. Page number 18. Now you can say, sir, everything is written here. Why are you wasting our time? We know the question, we know the answer, but you will forget. Till you know the importance, why I have formulated this question. There's a reason behind it. There's the importance of the either documentary film or the person who is directed the film. Both are important. Okay. So when I say for example, there is a list I have given. So I have prepared a small PPT about this list business so that you will understand a little more in depth. Because when I was making this book, I didn't have a time to talk about these people. So I thought I'll give you a list at least so the people could refer to this list and figure it out. But I have formulated very important questions before that. So we'll start with the question number 1, page number 18. Which among the following is true about Leni Riefenstahl? This is a very little strange name. So we come over here. I will also correct in case there is a discrepancy in the answer because few of the answers are not correct. Leni Riefenstahl is, I have his picture, I have her picture here somewhere. If you look at it here, seen with the Hitler. Why? Because she made documentaries mainly on propaganda, documentaries about Hitler's activity. So his films are marked or branded as propaganda films. Like somebody is doing, for example, propaganda film about Congress. Anything Congress do is wonderful. There's a propaganda film about BJPs. There's a propaganda film about other parties also. So she did most of the film, propaganda film, but the propaganda films are generally not regarded as a documentary in itself. That is the propaganda. But her film talks about the various subtle and important layers in terms of filmmaking as such, filmmaking as an art form. So her film, despite the fact that they are a propaganda film, and some of the people think that she had an affair with Hitler also, but beside all these extracurricular activities, most important thing about her is that she is known as, she's a scuba diver also, which I discovered later on. So her films are considered important films. So I'm just formulated one question. Which among the following is true about Leni Riefenstahl? She is an Oscar-winning documentary director from Germany. So you should already be knowing whether she ever received a Oscar or not. So there are little more depth is required, not just the name, but a little bit more about that. She has directed films called Trump of the Will, one of the most important documentaries she directed. I have picked up the poster of that also. So this is one of the most talked about film. True, she directed, yes. First, I'm just coming to it. She directed feature film called Run Lola Run. No. Run Lola Run is by Tom Tokya. Tom Tokya from Germany. And she was the best foreign language winner director of her film. How come this foreign language winner director come? Because she never did the fiction film, she did the documentary. So foreign language is for fiction films, not the documentary, unless a country nominate a documentary to their Oscar, which normally I haven't encountered any documentary which is being nominated from a country for the Oscar. So which among the following is true about Leni Riefenstahl? So first, she is not an Oscar winner because she never was. So first is false. She directed Trump of Will, yes, true. She directed feature film, no, false. She has the best foreign language, impossible, because she did the document. So true is question number B. Okay, answer is also here correct. Documentary 1 is B. So Leni Riefenstahl, I'm just giving you that much information. Rest, if you wanted to find out some other films or some other thing, you could go to the IMDb or Wikipedia, you could do that. Who is the current chairman of PSBT? Now this is a little tricky. First, you need to know what is PSBT. So PSBT is most important organization of this country called Public Service Broadcasting Trust. It is set up by primarily a man called Rajiv Mehrotra. And then he mobilized his resources and other people. And then there are 7 people who are a part of this trust. It is a trust, not a society. There's a little difference, technically speaking, though the purpose is same, but there's a technical difference. So you can find out that later on. Who is the current chairman of the PSBT? So if you don't know the PSBT, then you don't know the chairman, then forget about the getting of. Okay? So Mrinal Sen, Adoor Gopal Krishnan, Shyam Benegal, Buddhadev Das Gupta. Who is the current chairman of PSBT? So here, Buddhadev Das Gupta was never the chairman of PSBT. He was never a part of the trust. So if you are going to write an answer, some question you can always discard if you have some idea about it. If you don't have an idea, then common sense will not help here. So since I have an idea, so I could discard Buddhadev. Shyam Benegal was also, Mrinal Sen was also chairman, Adoor was also chairman, but currently the chairman is Adoor Gopala Krishnan. So what is the answer here? B, Adoor Gopala. You can go to the website and you can also recheck it. psbt.org is the site where you can find out. I have formulated some other question of the PSBT because in India, documentary filmmaking is patronized by the film division mainly. They funded the documentaries in the past. Doordarshan also on and off funded few documentaries, but PSBT is the only independent body which funds the documentaries in India. Okay, please come. So Public Service Trust, generally they give around 3 to 3.5 lakh rupees for a half-an-hour film. But the best part of this is you don't need any source from anywhere. If your subject is good, you might get the funds from there. I have been 3 times benefited from this organization without anybody's push and pull. It doesn't mean that always your subject will work. Sometimes you do need some connection and network. I have directed another film called Rhythmic Echoes and Reflection on a Dance Form, interacting Kathak with ballet, tap and flamenco, produced by Ministry of Foreign Affairs, where you just cannot enter in the building if you don't have a network. Okay. So PSBT is an autonomous body, independent body, very democratic. and they don't need any bank guarantee. When you get a fund film commission from there, generally organization asks for a bank guarantee. हमने आपको 1.5 लाख रुपए दिया, आपने ट्रेन पकड़ के बिहार में जाके किसी गांव में छुप गए, 6 महीने बाद आपको थोड़ा पैसे खत्म हो गए तो लगा कहीं और जाके, ऐसे लोगों को फिल्म देते नहीं है पहली बात तो. They look into some kind of track record, but maybe I know some people who have eaten up the money here and there, not with the PSBT but from other places. So it can happen. So they place, despite the fact it is a risky thing, but they don't ask for the bank guarantee. So this is additional information. Who among the following was never the chairman of PSBT? Now this is a little more tricky. Never the chairman means if you don't know PSBT's history, you will never be able to answer it. So Mrinal Sen was chairman, Adur was chairman, Shyam Benegal was chairman, Buddhadev Das Gupta was never the chairman. So actually all these 4 names I have again repeated over here, but you cannot answer till you know about PSBT. So remember, tukkebaji is not going to help. You have to be very, very precise in the information. And this time, chances are that some mad guy like me would be preparing a question paper, will giving a tough time to you. Remember, this time your horoscope has Rahu's Mahadasha. So I can't help it. But maybe last year you should have applied till the book was not out. But it is also helpful if somebody is trying to be tough. So let's see how tough you can be. Okay. So which among the following is true about the Meera Nayar's documentary film? Again, many people think Meera Nayar is a fiction filmmaker, but actually she started her career only from documentaries. Not everybody knows. So if somebody like a Meera Nayar who started her career from the documentary filmmaking, chances are that it might be us. Again and again, I'm saying people or committee who are setting up the paper, they will not keep this book side by side and say, oh, this question is here, so let's not frame a question on this. But not mine. There is quite a probability that some of this question from here might coincide with the question of, because what can you think? How tough you can be? That is the competition. How tough you can prepare. Simple questions are easy to answer. You don't need to come here all the way from Gurgaon and other places and waste your 20,000 rupees. You can read the Manorama guide and be happy. But Manorama cannot touch this because that is for different kind of people. It could also help a little bit to you for general knowledge part, but this is very, very focused on cinema. So, Meera Nayar, she directed black and white film titled Jama Masjid Street Journal. Now, this is a confusing answer. Please pay attention. She directed, once again, okay. She directed black and white. I have mentioned black and white also, so I know I have seen the film or I heard about the film. So a little more information is required. She directed black and white film titled Jama Masjid Street Journal, but not directed Far From India. So you should see the question can be framed in many ways, provided you know all the 4 or 5 documentaries which she has done. So first, I'll just quickly without wasting the time, I'll give you the also reconfirm the answer. 3, it says D. So question is which among the following is true about Meera? True, which is a true statement, which means there will be only one true statement. So 3 statements are going to be false. So I need to find out which is the true one. So she directed black and white film titled Jama Masjid Street Journal, but not directed Far From India. No, she also directed Far From India. So if you know 4 films, so you can always take this is a false. She directed India Cabaret, but not directed Children of a Desired Sense. No, she directed both the films. So this is also false. She directed Laughing Club of India. Did she direct it? There are some answers in this book which are wrong, remember. Wrong means not deliberately kept wrong, but it need to be compiled in 4 days, and this guy who's a designer, he has messed up the whole thing because I was checking with my text file and this is, anyway. So she directed The Laughing Club of Buddha. She did not direct the documentary Far From India, but directed Indian Cabaret. So this is also false because all these 4, or if you go to the IMDb and figure it out her filmography, you can figure it out. So I need to reframe this question. Which among the following is true about Meera Nayar's documentary film? So there will be, question is, which among the following is true about the Meera Nayar's documentary film? So which means there would be 3 statements which are false. One is. So here it is a confusion. So I need to reconfirm this thing before I tell you. So please leave this question and I'll send you in my comment thing today in your Word file to recheck this one, because I just need to recheck this far from India. So far as my understanding is there, she also corrected this film, but I need to reformulate this. Just kindly leave this, mark the question before. Question number 5. Which German director directed a film on Pina Bausch? So first you need to understand who the hell this lady is, Pina Bausch. And is a lady or a gentleman? It's a lady. Pina Bausch is a choreographer. So I mentioned over there, documentary film on Pina Bausch. There's the next question. Which German director? So Pina Bausch is directed by Wim Wenders. She's an important choreographer. Also came to India to perform. I have seen one performance in National School of Drama. She did the performance over there. And Wim Wenders did a documentary on her. So it's a very, very important question. Wim Wenders generally don't make documentary films. He has done one more film also actually. There is another documentary which Wim Wenders has directed. It is about some Cuba or My Love or something. Please note down this word, this much only, Cuba. I need to figure out the exact name, but it is a documentary about musical group over there based in Cuba. So I'm just offhand remember that. So
now those of you who are from acting section, if you recollect, Shravasti Banerjee talked about this Pina Bausch and shown you a little clipping also. I don't know how many of you are acting student here. 2-3 people I can recognize. So it's a very, very important choreographer. No more now. Dance theater is basically her specialization, though she's a choreographer, but dance theater is her specialization. So Pina Bausch, documentary Pina Bausch by Wim Wenders is one of the most important question. If you ask me, if a person like me would pick up one question on documentary, I would pick up this one.
So Wim Wenders directed documentary for sure. So Werner Herzog is not there, Volker Schondorf is not there, none of the above. None of the above. Also, obviously, there is a Wim Wenders and none of the above is also false. So yes, answer is 5A. 5A. कहाँ है यहाँ पर documentary 5A? Correct. So this is right. Checkmate is a documentary film on Dario Fo, Federico Fellini, Istvan Szabo. बताओ कौन बताएगा? वो तुमने कहीं पढ़ा हुआ है पहले. आगे इसका होगा किताब में कहीं और भी क्वेश्चन डाला हुआ है. तो बहुत अच्छी बात है, कुछ लोग किताब पढ़ रहे हैं. नहीं, जी मेंजल ने नहीं बनाया, जीरी मेंजल के ऊपर बनाई है. So here I have created a confusion. This is the most probable question of this year about Checkmate, because it was made this year and is a long documentary of 11 hours or 9 hours on a filmmaker called Jiří Menzel from Czechoslovakia. So Checkmate, why it is called Checkmate? Because A, he is based in Czechoslovakia, Czech filmmaker, but why Checkmate? There's a reason behind it. So it's not a film on Dario Fo. Dario Fo is a playwright. Fellini is a feature film director, and Istvan Szabo is also a feature film director. So the right choice is none of the above. So if you don't know exactly what this film is about, some vaguely 2 sentences, you can't answer. So this is one way of forming a question on this. Okay? So you should know documentary about. What is this about? Documentary film Life in Metaphors is a portrait of Girish Kasavalli, is a portrait of Girish Karnad, is a portrait of painter Souza, is a portrait of M.S. Sudesh. अब लोग क्या करते हैं, थोड़ा कॉमन सेंस लगाते हैं, गिरीश कर्नाड, गिरीश ही होगा. गिरीश ही होगा. तो इस केस में है गिरीश, बट जनरली कोई कंफ्यूजन पैदा करना चाहे तो कर सकता है. गिरीश कर्नाड, गिरीश कर दिया और पता लगा कुछ और था. तो डोंट बी अंडर दिस इंप्रेशन कि गिरीश 2 बार लिखा हुआ है, इसमें से कुछ होगा. एक क्वेश्चन आगे जाके जिसमें मैंने कुछ किसी के ऊपर लिखा हुआ है कि दिस डॉक्यूमेंट्री इज अबाउट दिस, उसमें एम के रहना, के रहना, पी के रहना नाम का कोई आदमी है नहीं दुनिया. एम के और के है. तो जो आदमी थिएटर आदमी हो, चलो हाँ एम के रहना के ऊपर हो सकता है, वो कंफ्यूजन हो जाएगा. So until unless you are not sure, don't be get confused with this surname. Surname 2 मिल रहे हैं, इनमें से कुछ होना चाहिए. Until unless you are not sure, don't take it. So is a portrait of Girish Kasavalli. It's a documentary film made on a Girish Kasavalli. Which among the following is documentary is not directed by S. Sukhdev? Sukhdev is one of the most well-known documentary filmmaker of this country from the 60s. And many people got inspired from him. He's a kind of pioneer in documentary filmmaking. He later on produced also, but directed many films for Films Division. And check the names of those various films which he has directed. So I mentioned few names here. After the Silence, 9 Months to Freedom is a very popular documentary. India 68 is a popular documentary. Just I have told you, Checkmate is by Shivendra Singh Dugarpur, so it can't be. So After the Silence. So C is the correct answer. Question number 8, answer number C. Okay. So this earlier question I have connected with this in some way or other, but if you don't know, then you will take any on this. So again, I came back to the Rajiv Mehrotra. Which among the following is true about Rajiv Mehrotra? This is the most difficult question in this entire thing. Which among the following, I tell you the confusion in this I have created. Which among the following is true about Rajiv Mehrotra in connection with PSBT, Public Service Broadcasting Trust? बता भी दिया है कि PSBT का कोई एक क्वेश्चन आया था, what is CCT? तो होना चाहिए था उसमें चार्ज कपल डिवाइस, किसको लिख के आ गया? कैफे कॉफी फोटोग्राफी के अंदर एब्रिविएशन था ये, वो लिख के आ गया कैफे कॉफी डे। कैफे कॉफी डे नहीं है, चार्ज कपल डिवाइस है। तो ये PSBT क्या है? पब्लिक सर्विस ब्रॉडकास्टिंग ट्रस्ट। So Rajiv Mehrotra is managing trustee only. First option. अब पूछ क्या रहा हूं मैं? With true. मतलब इसमें एक सेंटेंस है जो करेक्ट है, बाकी के 3 सेंटेंस रॉन्ग है। तो सबसे करेक्ट सेंटेंस कौन सा है वो ढूंढना है। So
now this question can also be a MSQ question, because if I have a 3 wrong answer, I can make a 2 wrong answer and 2 could be a correct. So anyone who's from direction department in this one, this MCQ could also be a MSQ question for your domain specific, because it is about the direction, documentary filmmaking. Documentary filmmaking will fall under the category of direction student, not for the acting and other people. So when you are reading the MCQs, see that can this question be formulated for your MSQ section, because there will be a domain specific question for the MSQ.
Rajiv Mehrotra is a managing trustee only. Next, उसके बाद Rajiv Mehrotra is one of the settler and managing trustee. Third is Rajiv Mehrotra is a chairman. Fourth is Rajiv Mehrotra is only advisory board member. ये सबसे टफ क्वेश्चन है इसके अंदर, जिसको आंसर पता होगा वही लिख पाएगा, तुक्केबाजी नहीं होगी। So Rajiv Mehrotra is managing trustee only? No. Rajiv Mehrotra is one of the settler and managing trustee? Yes. He is one of the settler who founded this organization and managing trustee from the day one. So correct answer is B. 9 का B है इसमें देखो, 9 का B, correct.
So this is for today, and tomorrow also I'll pick up the 2 new painters. 30 minutes I would devote on that, and then we will begin from here itself. I'll just mark this point. So if you have any specific question, you can quickly ask. Otherwise, we will just wrap it up. So fine, I'm launching the poll. If you are interested, you can mark your attendance. If you're not, even then it's okay for me. You can mark your attendance here quickly, and then we will wrap up for today. See, easy, everybody can do it. Question is, who can do the tough question? I would assume that people, 50% people just go for a walk over there just for the fun, because it's a fashion. 50% people prepare, 25% people prepare little seriously, and 10% people prepare very, very seriously. Very, very seriously, people are very rare, and these very rare people crack it. So good luck, all the best.